Let's move on and talk to Mr. Pradip Kumar Das, who must be very busy interacting with shareholders and everybody around because of a very solid set of numbers on the one hand. And of course, this is the first results Mr. Das is posting for IREDA after getting listed. And of course, the big announcement from Prime Minister regarding Suryodaya Yojana is also something which they have, and a business kind of case then. Mr. Das, thank you very much for your time. Good results. Your shareholders are really happy on the performance, of course, and of course the value you left on the table. Your stock also rallied quite a lot. First of all, I'll come on results part because that is more core. I want to understand the momentum which you have built in this one, in this particular result. Is it sustainable going forward? Or if we look beyond the quarter result but more on an annual basis, what kind of improvement in your net worth do you see from here on?
See, first of all, if you see, since beginning, the company is financing sustainable sector. And last 3.5 years of analysis, if you see, we have a complete hockey stick growth of approach, and we are sustaining that growth. And despite having 2 years of COVID, if you see the last 2 years, during peak COVID time, we had the best business during that period. Apart from having the numbers in all front growth, and reduction in NPA, both gross and net, we have been consistently focusing on enabling the best quality corporate governance standards. When I'm talking of 2 points mainly, that submitting the full audited results on quarter-to-quarter basis to the stakeholders. So that is one of the important thing, and that also quickest. We have published our full audited results on 20th of last, whereas the companies or so-called peers, they are working on limited review results. And if we are giving the numbers and our net worth, we are talking about 3 years back, 3.5 years back, we had a net worth of hardly 2,300 crore, and now it is more than 8,000 crores. And loan book size was around 24,000 crore, and it has gone up to more than 50,000 crores. See, growth of loan book, growth of profit, and reduction in NPA, and qualitative governance. And we are sustaining on continuous quarter-to-quarter basis. So we are confident of sustaining that growth in the time to come also.
You know, one angle in your company, Mr. Das, I was talking to some people, very few understand, is that you have an exemption on the dividend payout for the government for some time, which means whatever earnings you actually make get retained into the company. That also gives a big boost to your net worth overall and your business. So what kind of profit growth are we looking at right now, given the environment? Sustainability is very high demand. You have ambitious targets of several lakh crore for the sector. Next 3 to 5 years, high profit growth is something which we can expect from your company?
Absolutely. See, if you look at when I said 3.5 years back, we had hardly 2,300 crores of net worth. So being an NBFC, we have the RBI's cap to go up to a limit. We have to have a CRAR of 15%, being a infra category NBFC. But ideally, to maintain that AAA stable rating, we need to sustain at least around 18% of CRAR. Though right now our CRAR is 23 plus, so which is enabling us a fair amount of further borrowing as well as lending. And technically, since we had a low net worth, we're not in a position to enhance our loan book. So 3 years back, we had taken the exemption from the Government of India for exemption of dividends so that we can plow back the profits. And as a stakeholder, Government of India also envisages fair amount of growth opportunity since we are the leading pure play green finance company in the country and working in this space since 36 years. And when nobody was lending, we were there for RE. And now I think almost every banking or NBFC company is looking for coming into RE space, but they are coming cautiously. Where the plain vanilla RE, they are ready to do. But when it is emerging, it is there, they have the concern, genuine concern. Whereas if you look at our portfolio, we have been doing all the time new and renewable emerging area. And our loan book largely in private sector, unlike our so-called peers, those loan book is of government, largely of government category, where you have at least no NPF here. But whereas having around 79-80% of loan book in private sector, and that too continuously enhancing in that space as well as reducing NPA. So we have that best quality appraisal, review, monitoring, and governance in place. And in
Sure.
the time to come, we are confident of maintaining that market share.
Right.
Yesterday, when this announcement of Honorable Prime Minister came with respect to rooftop solar,
Right.
I'm sure you all will be curious to know that what amount of outlay is going to be there or debt component is going to be there. I can give you a rough estimate of for having 1 crore of rooftop solarization will be requiring around 1.25 lakh to 1.5 lakh crores of outlay. Out of which, if you take out the subsidy part, government support part, depending on the criteria and whether it is BPL, whether it is urban, rural, that detailing will be coming out. And I believe that around 1 lakh crores of business is going to be there. And here already REC has been notified as the nodal agency for implementing that. And I'm sure the way REC did for Saubhagya Deen Dayal Upadhyay Yojana for the renewable electrifying the each household.
Right.
Now the time has come renewabilizing each household.
Sure.
Talking
Mr.
of
Das, just to interject there, I wanted that clarity itself. REC has been the principal financing partner, right? But for IREDA, could there be some potential business that comes your way?
See, first of all, why REC, why not IREDA is let everybody know, because REC is having pan-India presence. Almost on all states they have their branch and offices, and they have already had that mechanism or machinery or implementing electrification of each household through this Deen Dayal Upadhyay scheme. So that kind of mechanism is to be now extended for doing this. And today, both MNRE and MOP are working in a very integrated manner. And we consider, though it is the namesake two ministry, but our working integration is so close, and ultimately it is getting integrated with honorable minister, one minister for both the ministry. And we three, REC, PFC, and IREDA, we are there to complement each other in order to implement any kind of scheme of Government of India. Though REC has been assigned that all these lenders, bankers, including IREDA, PFC, or anybody, they can also come forward and play a key role in that. And I'm sure REC is going to come out with clarity on the mechanism how they are going to do it. So they have quite a lot of power ministry is having quite a lot of PSU under them, power PSU under them. Like they did in the Alupadhyay, similar thing they are going to do. Most likely they are going to do in this also. And as a lender, we have opportunity for lending. So the mechanism for implementation they are going to have.
Sure.
So ultimate banking is going to be available for all.
Understood. That clarifies it. Thanks so much, Mr. Das, for making time and speaking with us. So that's the, commentary coming like. Of course, there's a huge runway for growth available, and profitability is also something that they're focusing on. But a quick look in